I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is February 27, Tuesday, 2024. So we had this wild day today, up and down, up and down. So here's the thing. So we're in this, I would call it a descending speaker or trumpet, right? So we're getting higher lows here, we're getting lower highs here. You see that? So in this model, you're generally you're going to be kind of bouncing up and down, scalping. So scalper's dream in a way, but we did dip into this area here. Finally, we did come and take that low out and that low out, and then buy up from here. Didn't go deep or anything, but in a day like this, it's very possible that it can reverse and go all the way up, right? So starting with the 930 here, you'll see that it was kind of choppy at first, and then we get this push up right here, right? Get this push up right into this inversion imbalance. See on the 15-minute here, this candle right here, drag that over, boom, nice resistance there, and we've already hit that gap that I've been talking about it all week. That gap, we've hit that gap again there. All right. And then with that, price comes down, breaks that structure right there. So I'm looking at this as a lower high, right? So up here, lower high, as this hour chart up here, that's a lower high. And we didn't take that out. That's a lower high. And I was calling that. Go watch even Friday's video. I was hoping that would be a lower high. And then I was hoping this would be a lower high. And also I'm looking at this as the lower high, right? So it's hitting that gap. We break down. We get that inversion imbalance, drag that out. Now we're up here. I'm on the 1 minute. So with me understanding that here, 930 pushes down, comes up, comes down, come up. Now once and I want to take liquidity on the way down. So I get in first here, because when it wipes that piece of liquidity and comes down, I get in. Anyway, I get a loss there. So pops back up. And by the way, at this point, I've identified the opening range, as you see here, opening range here. And my goal is to seal that, get to the opening of the week. And you got that little gap right there. You see that little gap right there on the 15-minute? We're going to talk about the gap on the today's gap on the 1 hour. But here you can see that little 15-minute gap right there. So this was, to me, going to draw a price, right? So anyways, then price popped up again right here and wipes out that liquidity. And then as soon as the price is pushing down, I'm in. So I'm in here. I have a stop loss over 50% of that wick. If it's going to go above that, I don't want to be in this trade. Sure enough, it panned out and held. So where did it go? All the way down. Let's go through it. All the way down here. Boom. Gets right to that gap where I was aiming for. And then the next candle closed. This next candle, the 941 candle, pushed it down one more time down to the opening of the day, plus that taking out that piece of liquidity right there, which was obviously pretty obvious. And then the opening of the day, and then bought up from there. So let's take a look at how that looked like. So at this point, you can see, I'm trying to be cool screenshotting it, but you can see that we've sealed it like beautifully, right? So, all right, take the trade, take the profit there. Next trade, next candle 41 comes down. Let's take a look here. So again, let me go back. You can see that we were on an overbought area right here, right? And when this is popping up, you're already down here, and you're like using this 50%. This is more teachings of how to use this indicator. You're at 50% of the indicator, right? So that also will be acting as a resistance. That's also the other reason why I took this trade, by the way. So that being the case, all right, we come down, definitely oversold, right? And then look to your left here on the 15-minute, you can see that we get into this last down candle. There's an inversion imbalance in there. If I drag that out in between here, dragged it out there, you'll see it. And then we've cleared that liquidity right there too, right? So with this scenario here, this is how you take this trade. So the 941 pops down, right? You don't push buy right there, right? Even though I know this is a very good area to push buy. You want to see the price come down, and then you want to see it raid, right? So this next candle here, this is the 943 candle. This pushes down to raid the 41 and the 42 candle. All right, raids it, closes. this next candle, which is what we're on here, I'm screenshotting at 944. I show this all the time, but this is how I perfected it. This 44, what I wanted to see, I want to see it come to 50%. I don't want to see it obviously break that candle that below, but once it breaks down here and it starts to push up, I'm in. All right, because I know what it's done. It squeezed you out if you tried to get in early, but then it's ready to go. It's early in the day. It's 9:44, right? So this is when the indicators really well too. Anytime before 10:30. Not saying it can't work afterwards, but like the best time is before 10:30 a.m. So anyways, price shoots down, doesn't break that low. If it's not going to break that low, where is it going? We're going up. So what was the purpose of this trade? Obviously, we just wiped out all that, right? And then if you're thinking about it coming in here, listen, you don't get those type of days. It's not going to just happen that easy. The purpose of this buy was to come up to where? Where's the minimum area of where I want to take this buy to? Well, this is number 1 right here, right? And then number 2 right here. And number 3, possibly that gap right there, or a 5-minute block up here, which you'll see in a second. So, and then we also had news today at 10 o'clock, and I was hoping that 10 o'clock would also push it up higher, right? So and let me tell you, that's what I got. So right here, you can see price action. As you can see here also, look at this candle right here. Look how it opened up and it tapped that opening gap for today's gap. All right, look how it taps it and then takes off. That's more confirmation. On the 1 minute, you can see it here. So look, so for example, if you want to see more confirmation when this price is, when I bought here, look at this candle closes up, right? Then you get a gap right there. And that's to show you strength on the top side. More super game. Price retraces. This candle right here retraces back, smacks that daily gap today, right? Closes up, comes back, almost taps it again perfectly. And then now we're off to the races, right? And where are we going? Again, I had an opportunity here, but this is the 10 o'clock candle. All right, now I normally don't hold news like this, but I know I'm in the right direction as of where I'm trying to, where do you think it's going to go, right? It's going to try to wipe out the people who are selling here. It's a shakeout day. You could tell. Look at the structure here. Low, high, low, high, low, high. It's like, this is very common, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So, we come right back up here, and I screenshot it here, and I'm done. So close the trade out. That's all I wanted. And then you can see we reached that gap, and then we reached anyone that was trying to early sell here, which I was already out of the trade, but not a coincidence that we come back. All right, so that's this trade. And as you can see, we're almost on the oversold here. Overbought here, and I don't need it to tap here. This is good enough for me. No, don't need to be greedy. All right, so now when this next trade, and I was killing it today. But I did drop the ball in one place, but that's okay because I needed to stop trading. But when I took this sell here, now what's the purpose of this sell? Obviously, I want it to come down here, right? And get into here, but doesn't mean I'm going to get it today either. But what was the goal here? At the least, I wanted to get this piece of liquidity right here and then get into here. Okay. Reason why is because this is a buying area. It's very similar to what I made the video yesterday. You had an imbalance right there with the 2 candles, and then you see it wicking in, and its price will get probably drawn to that. And then everybody did probably buy from this breakout, right? So this is a reason why I want to come down. But I wanted to hold it down into here, and break this low, and even these lows, because it's very, very, you can see that pool. Right, but the problem with this is that I had already caught this trade and caught this buy. So if I didn't catch this trade, I would have probably held it. But let me not sidetrack. So when the price comes up here, not only am I tapping, so you see me, I closed the previous trade right here. So I'm not going to take this sell. Why am I not going to take this sell? Let's put it that way. Why am I not going to take this sell? Number one, we have also 930 highs opened right here. Number one. Number two. Look on the overbought. You see how right here, which is right here, you see how it didn't tap that? I want to see it overbought, right? So you see it comes down, taps to 50%, uses a support. I was like, maybe I missed it. I wasn't sure. But I'm already took both of these trades out. So I'm being patient. I'm letting a setup allow to set up, right? Then we pop up. Now we hit this level. I'm screenshotting here on purpose. What do we have? We have a 3. We have a swing high, nicely, beautifully. I mean, it doesn't get any prettier than that. And then when we came up here, we didn't take out that high, right? And there's a reason why for that, because this is technically like the lower high, but that's really the lower high. So it could have took this out, and I probably still would have sold. But in general, because it didn't take out that high, it was a more of a reason why. I mean, actually, it poked probably by a hair, but the point is that we had a nice reaction there, and then we pop back into this wick here. While all this is happening, I'm on the overbought area here and took the trade, and it panned the fuck out. I mean, right when it peaked in here, almost 50% of that wick, I want to get in, I want to be in, and then once it comes down and closes, this is when I put my stop loss, by the way. All right, so I'm trying to manage all at the same time, but this is when I put the stop loss. So if it takes me out, it takes me out, and I have a small risk. I don't need to find out or put it up here to know if I'm wrong or not. If it's fucking going up higher than this, and it's probably really going to go higher. So this is how I manage. I manage the risk, very, very tight and very clean. Anyways, so that was explaining the entry here. All right, and because we took out this 930 sell, that's the reason why I'm taking this trade. And also I want to get down here. So, but because I could call both of these trades, I only catch it to here. So price comes down, comes all the way here. I'm inside this. If you can look here, I don't think you can see it on this time frame. You got to see it on a 5-minute. We are in a down candle, and this could be buying back up. I don't know, because again, I also know that there's a plenty of liquidity on the top side. So, and then this might be used as support. So I want you to remember what I'm saying here. I'm also saying that when I got this outline that I want to come and take the liquidity, I don't know if it's going to come down all the way over here. I know it'll probably take that low, but I don't know if it's going to come down here or to here or to here. I don't know that, right? Because this could be a nice pop-up range to shoot up and wipe out all that liquidity, and we get another push up, right? So that being said, the reason why I'm saying that is because see these down candles on this 1 hour, this can hold as support, specifically that candle right there. So because we keep bouncing on it, we could shoot up. So I'm only saying that because I'm taking out the profit here, and I was a little upset with myself that I didn't hold it to get down here. But the reason why I'm not is because, bro, I just raped these people here. I mean, this is me back in 2023 with Dow killing it, and I was showing this like every other day. But the logic is that I need to take the profit and be done. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's a little early, but at the same time, I'm not trying to overtrade and just all that. So anyways, that was that. So coming back to here real quick. So as you see, we dipped in. So very small ranges on the daily, and we're in this imbalance right here, right? I'm not going to draw it out, but the imbalance in here, and we dipped in it yesterday, and then we dipped in it one more time today. So what did we do? We rated liquidity. And I would have loved that buy, but I was done with the day, even left the chart. But we rated, and then we shot up. So that's on the higher time frame. Let me go to a smaller time frame and try to make this video short and go into, let's see here. So this 5-minute candle right here, that's what I was talking about when I got out of the trade here. We had tapped into it, and this could have been a higher low and then shoot up, and I didn't know. So I should have just trusted myself and my analysis that we were going to come down here. What did we do? Well, we did that. We retraced back up. So this is let me try to explain this with the structure, because I mean structure wasn't great or anything, but let me explain it. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So let me zoom in a little bit. Lower high right there, no candles. Lower high, and then I'm looking for a leg down to be lower high to lower low. Excuse me. That's why I wasn't scared to take this out, because I knew, I was trusting that this was a lower high. That was lower low to lower high to lower low. So how did that leg look like? See it? You see it? Do I have to draw it? I don't know. but let me show you. This was the leg I'm looking for. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect or anything. See this? Okay, you see that? Look at it. Let's look at it. So that's this leg, lower high to lower low. And that's how it looked like. See this? Boom, down, came up. Can you see the flow still? So that's explaining my whole logic here of this trading day. And even buying here, you're like, well, why did you buy here if you're looking for a lower low, lower high leg? Well, because this dropped so much and wiped out that piece of liquidity. Doesn't take this out. I mean, if it was going to keep going, it would have kept going, right? Number one. Number two, it's okay for this to be a internal lower low and make a internal lower high. And that's why I got out here, because I don't need to find out. And look where it comes. On the 5 minute, you can see that we pop right in with the 10-minute candle. We pop right into that candle right there. Damn, it does it. You can see it. This blue one right here, I'm hovering. Now I'm going to move it. That one right there, right? So underneath my cursor. So I was looking at that as a demand block. I was looking at a supply block, like, hey, we're going to pop in here and then sell off again maybe. But I didn't like the way the oversold. And generally when the old me would be like, okay, I would normally, let me go into a 1 minute. The old me would be like normally trying to take that trade, right? I normally try to take this sell. And it wouldn't have been a bad trade. It just, you know that they generally will like to kind of wipe you out after taking. And as you can see, when we pushed up with this candle, look at this candle. It's a 1 minute, right? Yeah. We pushed up with this candle and you don't get a rate above it. You see these coming up and they try to get inside that wick, but and they retrace back. So normally I wouldn't want to take this trade because it didn't take out any like substantial liquidity and it didn't take out itself, meaning like it didn't rate above it. And that's the trade I'm looking for. So I decided to wait, and sure enough, it was a good decision. Price comes up. Now we take out that liquidity. Now I'm on the overbought. I'm taking this trade. Boom. Now what would I have liked to have done? Two things. I would have liked to hold this trade. I would have liked to hold this trade down here because my whole bias and my whole conversation has been coming down here. But if I did not take this trade, selling it and take this buy, I would have. If I didn't trade well on these two trades, then I would have definitely held this. But because I did, I need to be done. I've already got this nice trade, dude. It's over with. Like, I'm not trying to find out because I do know that we got nice liquidity there. So anyways, what did we do? I just showed you this leg from here to here. That was the lower high to lower low I was looking for. What did it do? Now we swept the lows from today and yesterday, right? Got back into here. Look here. Look to the left of the chart on the 1 hour. See how we tapped this candle? That's why I was mentioning this candle. This is February 22nd. February 22nd, Thursday, the 7 a.m. candle. That down candle on the 1 hour. If you drag it to the right, you see, look to the right. See how it tapped it? Now, here's the thing. I'm done with the day, man. But, man, I wish I would have caught that. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm not going to fucking front. I mean, I wish I caught that. And I wish I caught this bad boy. Because this was beautiful right here. Look at this, mother. So this thing, you'd have to understand this on a 30-second. If you did it on a 1 minute, you would see how they snap back with this big wick. If you were expecting this candle, this 13... by the way, it's 1 o'clock. So another reason why to take this buy, but I walked away, closed charts, and I just had to live my life. But this 101 candle, this didn't even dip 50%. Like it didn't even dip, it just dipped in a little bit. But the reason why you could have bought it was because it tapped this same level of this candle, this low. So you could have got in here, but your risk would have been large. Now, if I go to a 30-second, I could show you the deal on a 30-second. How could you have refined this? Okay, well, here's the 1 minute candle. Not 1 minute, I'm sorry. The first 30 seconds of the 1 hour. 1 minute candle, right? So stops right there. See that? So now in this scenario, being fast market and you're on the oversold area, see that shit? You would have to push enter right there. Now your risk has been reduced from here then to up here, right? So when you see in the 30-second, you can see that we pop up, we go above this candle, and then we dip back down with the next candle, and we get right to 50, almost under 50% of the actual body of the, and then again, we're tapping that, and that's that same on the 1 minute candle. To the left would be a wick, and then that would have to have been your entry right here. That would have been your next possible entry, right? Either here or here, right? And then the next one, this comes in, this 1301, this 101 in 30 seconds, this comes down, hits 50% of that wick right there, and that dips back into the body. So this is to show you what I see on another time frame. So I'm not a lot of the trades that I get into, I'm not able to get in on a 1 minute only. It's, well, me personally, for snipering, it's, I'm using 30 second. Anyway, but with the 1 minute, you can see how it looked here. It's just a big wick, right? And then this one pops in. So super game. And then where would you have taken, where would I have taken this if I was to have bought this? Excuse me. Where would I have bought, what if I would have took this? Well, I would have took it to an overbought area here. So right here is right here. That would have been nice right there. Take out the profit right there. It's sitting in an imbalance. And then where did it go? It kept going, obviously. And then after that, the next level from here would probably be wiping out this liquidity, or possibly this high right here. Or right below it, technically. And then it went there. So we just kept pushing up. And if you look on the 1 hour, you can see that we had a gap there. Let me zoom out. See that? See that gap right there? Between the 8 and the 9 o'clock? See that gap right there? I could zoom out more. You can see it though, right? Look how the bodies, look how we came right to it. Should I draw it out? You see how I dragged it out? See that gap right there? We dragged it all the way out, and look where the price comes. It's playing around. We get up. We finally get bodies closed. All right, and then now we're kind of, the market's closed now. So yeah, that's kind of where we ended up at, and this idea of this gap was the similar idea I was mentioning on the 15-minute here with this gap right here. But man, they wiped everybody out. So what was the purpose of this? You're just wiping out all the sellers, but this is a pretty strong move, man. So I don't know, like, if we're gonna go into more conversation about. So is this a lower high? It still is a lower high though. So this is the point of me making this conversation, because take a look. That's the lower high. That pushed price down to make this lower low. Look where we came. We're here. We didn't blow through. All right. So this is a lower high. We made a lower high again. So what would you expect? Would you expect another lower low and to blow through into here? Or are we going to just kind of retrace back and shoot the hell up? Is it going to blast off up? I don't know. You know the two options. So there's only two options there. So either we're going to shoot the hell up with the news coming this week and we just shoot up. Or, let's see here. Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday's the low. Yeah, Tuesdays it might be the low of the week. And then we might just shoot up for another strong week. Or we'd have to not break this. We'd have to come down. You'd have to come down. So, but that's how I identified this here. I hope this is helping. And let's see. What else? 24 minutes. Fuck. There's just so much to talk about. Look at the and then look at what do you call it? S&P. We damn near tagged this support level. We got into this imbalance right here. See that? Tagging it and then pushing off. So it's hey, I don't know. What would I like for it to happen? I would like for it to come down more. All right, come down more and get into somewhere in this area, bounce off somewhere in this area, and then I have no problem with them going up if they want to keep going up, right? But we'll see if we get it. And then Dow, and then let me tell you something about Dow. You need to hear this. Let me tell you something. They don't want you trading Dow. I don't care what anybody says, bro. This is I can't even recognize Dow. I said this a long time ago, but I can't even recognize Dow. And I've been trading Dow for a very long time. Look at this shit, bro. This is not normal. They do not want you trading Dow. So the majority of you were Dow traders. Stop trading Dow. Make your life easy. And you can't be trading this. There's no way you're fucking trading this. There is no way you're trading this. I have no idea how you're trading this. So just stop. I don't care if your ego says it's my baby and I want to keep trading it. I'll never quit it. Yo, stop trading Dow, bro. I'm having a great time in Nas, as you can see. All right, so that's Dow. Yeah, man, this could be a big support area for all assets. We'll see. But and then dollar. And by the way, the other reason why I got out of that sell that I didn't want to get rid of, but I got out early was because dollar was doing this. By the way, dollar was literally shooting down, like this whole candle was coming down, while I was in. So while this was here, dollar was shooting to hell. So that was the other reason why, by the way. So other than that, let's see, dollar here. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. This is just like it's taking forever. I would like to see it come up so then we can come down, but it keeps holding on. But we'll see what happens. So you got that gap sitting right there, fucking pretty clear. That might push us up for another leg up for indices, man. If we try to reach this with this gap right here, that's gonna push us up. So I don't know. You'd have to start seeing. I mean, dollar needs to shoot up with all these lower highs. It's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty suspect, but we're in the middle, man. And that's where I'm at, man. So I'm taking day by day, and that's why I said I was gonna be nimble. And look at Dow, bro. I've never seen nothing like this. This is sick. If the market goes to shit and we all can't trade, this is what it's gonna look like. Just so you know. So hope this helps you guys. Take care and God bless.